Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Otaku Oasis Podcast. My name's Matthew, and I'm here with.
Joshua, and we are here reviewing the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Man, was this such a good movie!
I'd say it was fun. I
I enjoyed it.
I
It.
don't think the like I'll say this. I enjoyed it, but I definitely think the plot had some flaws to it.
Oh, yeah, but you can tell that the people who wrote it, or the people who made it, not necessarily wrote it, but the people who made it really enjoy Mario and really like the history that it has.
I mean, also it had supervision, so
Yeah, and
one or
also,
the other.
yeah, well, I don't know. How much supervision did they have? Like, how much direct hand did they have in it?
Um, Considering that Shigeru Miyamoto is listed as one of the people who helped write the thing quite a bit.
Alright. I don't know. Yes, right, but also with all of the like Easter eggs that were hidden in there.
I mean, it could easily be directed. It's
Yeah.
not that hard, but
It's not, but whoever made those decisions, you could tell they really, really loved Mario and wanted to make a love
oh no,
letter
I
to the
know.
Mario
I'm
franchise.
not saying like it's a bad product. I'm just
Yeah.
I have some small criticisms of it, but nothing like massively that I'd say that would disrecommend going not to see it.
Yeah, if you haven't seen it, go see it. I mean, come on.
Yeah, no, it's definitely worth the price of admission.
Yeah.
Even for I think just casual people, but
Yeah. No, I really enjoyed it. Um I do actually I want to just the music. Oh, they did such a good job with the music.
oh yeah, no, the use of the score is really well done.
Which is
Whereas
weird,
like the
because I was thinking about it on the way home. It's like, I wonder what Josh is going to say with the fact that they kept using video game music and sounds.
well, I think they altered it just enough. Like these were orchestral remixes with
Yeah,
like slight undertones of it.
with that.
It's not
Yeah.
it's not a bad thing. Like I think more of my problem with it in the cartoons is that it's like practically just straight the
Yeah.
music.
Well,
It's not
yeah,
like it's not touched upon in any way to make it fit the scene.
that's fair.
Um what I more had problems with was the 80s music shoved into it.
I still enjoy it. I think it's good. Also, if we're talking about
Really?
80s music, come on. I think that's so perfect that we just thought to review the Super Mario Bros. Super Show and they used the theme in the opening of the movie.
Oh no, that was perfect. I just more mean like the insert songs from like actual 80s
Oh,
things.
I
When,
enjoyed it.
what,
I thought it was
what,
fun.
when your last song gets me thinking, oh shit, the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, because someone is voicing the main character that also who also
Yeah.
plays a main character there.
Which song are you referring to?
Mr. Blue Sky at the end.
Oh yeah. I can see that.
I was like, oh,
I don't know. I
oh,
liked I liked the cover of Holding Out for a Hero and what was the other one? Take on Was it Take on Me? Was Take on Me in there?
yes, take on me.
You can never go wrong with Take on Me. It's one of my favorite songs. And Holding Out for a
Okay,
Hero.
I have nothing against the songs that were included.
It's
Just to
just the
put that out
fact that
there.
they were in there.
Yes, it's just the fact that they're in there.
I don't know. I enjoyed it.
I just felt like it didn't necessarily need to be in there. Like nothing against it. It's like a very small nitpick, but
Yeah.
just personally.
Probably not, but you know what I am? What I did really appreciate? The fact that I've
But
finally seen a movie that isn't 2.5 hours long.
well, I mean, it's a kids' movie, so they're only going to be an hour and a half
I know,
long
but it
at
was so
max.
nice going in and then I was sitting and looking at I was like checking my watch. I'm like, damn it, this movie's already halfway over. And then thinking, no, the plot looks like it's about wrapping up. Hold on.
Yeah.
It's like right when no, I think it's right when if we're gonna just start discussing. I mean, spoiler alert. Obviously, we're gonna talk about the movie.
But actually, before we get into that, do you want to talk about just voice decisions a bit first?
Yeah, no, actually, I knew we were gonna get to that. I originally, I think, along with a lot of people, didn't like that Chris Pratt spoke in a regular voice. But the more I think about it, I don't think that movie would have been as enjoyable if you had like I love Charles Martinet, but I think the reason he's so good is it's not an hour and a half of constant Charles Martinet.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. I think
No,
what
I
he went for with his
Brooklyn
like
accent.
kind of well, kind of yeah, like kind of a semi mix between his voice and like the Mario voice, I think works for the most part. There are like a few points where it seems like it kind of drops out of it, but that's just like a very minor nitpick.
I did really, really, really appreciate the scene at the very start when they're showing the Super Mario Bros. Cartoon or the advertisement
Oh
because
yeah,
when he
no.
turns around, because he's talking to Charles Martinet. I
Oh
don't know
yeah,
if you
no.
caught that. He's like,
Oh yeah, no,
was
I
the
know.
voice too much? No, the voice was okay. I really
Well,
appreciated that.
and it's also in Jumpman, like the original
Yeah,
Donkey Kong design.
yeah, and
Actually,
actually,
I really
also,
love.
fun fact: they're standing next to a Jumpman machine because later
Oh
on
no.
in the Bowser fight, we see him next to it.
Yeah, no, I saw it at the beginning. I was like, oh yeah,
Uh
Jumpman.
yeah, it was really cool.
I actually was more geeking out over it being a Punch Out themed diner.
Yeah, I did like that too. I really, yeah, like this is just a love letter to not only Mario but Nintendo in general, like the '80s.
Well, yeah, like especially like a lot of the early stuff, because like Wrecking Crew is mentioned. You see like there's a balloon trip car wash, I think.
Yeah,
There's a few other things. I think there's also someone said there was like a Discoon like repair shop and whatnot. I'm like, I didn't even notice
I
that,
think
but
Excite Bike's mentioned at least once. I think I remember
mhm,
seeing something about
yeah,
Excite Bike. What game was
yeah,
Mario playing when he went back to his house?
Kid Icarus.
I thought it so. I was like, I don't remember what Kid Icarus actually looks like, but it looks like it should be Kid Icarus.
Yeah, yeah, that was the original Kid
Alright,
Icarus.
then I guess my real question was there a Zelda reference? Because I don't think I ever caught one.
I don't think there was a Zelda reference, no.
Damn it!
Well, I
Well,
mean,
that just means the Zelda movie's up next.
well, I'm like, yeah, I'm like, if they were to make a movie on another Nintendo property next, I'd
Can we
imagine it'd
please
probably
get
be
a Super
Zelda.
Smash Brothers cinematic universe?
I honestly, with how many things are referenced in this movie, I would not be opposed.
I mean, they make a reference that the galaxy is wide. Like, they kind of hint to the fact that there's other Nintendo universes out there.
hmm
So, like, there could be a
Honestly,
Hyrule planet.
honestly, what I'd really like to see next, like if we were just to keep within the Mario universe, is
Mm.
to actually see a Donkey Kong Country movie.
Yes! Yes, please.
Okay, I'm like the hint at Dixie, Diddy, and I think it's not Linky.
Cranky. Cranky Kong.
No, no, not Cranky Kong. There was one other one that's like right next to the trio in the crowd.
Oh, I
That's
didn't.
that's an important Kong. I am totally forgetting his name. He's a playable in Donkey Kong 64. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I never played Donkey Kong Country.
I've never played it either, but I know a lot about the games.
Yeah. Um, yeah,
um,
actually, and I really enjoyed this movie because, like, granted, I'm not always the best at
Chunky Kong. That's who
Chunky
it
Kong. I'm
is.
not always the best at spotting Easter eggs, but I I was really good about catching a couple of the Easter eggs, like some of the ones, and I like it got me excited when I found the specific Easter eggs.
hmm
Like when they're going down to the warp pipe for the first time, like they pass a sign that says level 1-2, and then they start playing the music from level 1-2 in the
Yeah,
the
no,
slight tones of it. Like that was so
mhm.
cool.
Yeah, no, it's like the music incorporation is actually very clever.
Yeah.
Like,
No, I just
but
this was a
actually,
really
speaking of Cranky Kong, he was the only voice that I was not that big on in the movie.
yeah. No, I agree with you on that one.
I'm like nothing against the actor, I just didn't feel like it fit that well.
Yeah, I really liked. If we're gonna talk about acting voices that fit, the Luma was hilarious.
Yeah, that level was hilarious. I do think if we are to get like, if they were to do a sequel to Mario Bros. Immediately, I think the most obvious one to follow up on would be probably to do like Mario Galaxy as a story,
Yeah, yeah, that makes
just because the
sense.
Luma and whatnot.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Also, was actually really impressed to see like Pauline in the movie as
I
well.
yeah, it was like one of those really blink and you miss it moments.
Yeah,
I kind of wish we had a scene at the end when, like, after they save the day, where Pauline kind of comes up and is just kind of talking to Donkey Kong. 'Cause I think that would have been a nice little, just a little nod.
yeah, they definitely. I definitely feel like, and I guess we'll get into it a bit later. Because I want to finish up our kind
Yeah.
of spoiler-free
Oh
discussions
well,
here.
I'd throw the spoiler warning out already.
Yeah, I've been mostly keeping like to stuff that's
Yeah,
been
that's
like
fair.
kind of
I should have
in the
recognized that.
trailers. Um, But yeah, no. Is there anything else I want to say before we get into spoilers? Not that I can think of. Okay, so this is the official spoiler warning.
Yeah.
So we are about to get into spoilers. If you don't want to hear them, please go see the
Go
movie
see
and
the
then
movie
come
and then
back.
come back here. Pause it. We'll wait, and then come back when you're done seeing the movie.
Well, I mean,
All
it's
right,
not
you
like
should be
we'll
back now.
actually. I'm like, it's not
All
like
right.
we
I think we've
actually
waited
wait.
long enough.
All right, but getting into the actual spoilers. So towards the end, I have nothing against like the ending at all. I just wish it was a bit more clear in a way on like how they like went back or something,
Hmm.
because it just kind of like
Yeah,
skips
yeah.
gets to the end a bit, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
I was one of those like, I was like, yeah, I don't know how they got everything back, but it's probably one of those don't question it.
yeah, I know we're not supposed to question it, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
I'm like, I'll let the movie get away with like a lot of other things, like like not explaining like blocks and like the whole blocks and power up thing. Like, it's another world. If you can at least accept that it's fantasy in some sort of way, I think you'll be fine.
Yeah,
Um, but like that ending thing was like really like, you could have maybe done something a bit about that.
yeah.
Um, yeah, do you think that you had more like plot wise per se, or?
Um, no, the one thing I was gonna mention, there was a scene right when Mario and Donkey Kong fall off the Rainbow Road, where I was like, if this weren't a kids movie, there would be another hour of them trying to get back to the Mushroom Kingdom.
Mhm.
Like they easily could have thrown in another hour of content, but they
Yeah,
didn't, and I'm happy they didn't.
I've heard people say that this plot moves a bit fast, and
But
like,
it's a kids movie. Of course, it's gonna move fast. You only get an hour and a half of kids' attention these days.
well, no, that's just how it's kind of always been with like
Yeah,
kids movies. They've always been just shorter in general.
yeah,
But no, I more of think of it in like the sense of how do I put this? Like I think those like, it's like I guess it's just how you use that time, and people have said like there isn't like enough depth given to all the characters, but I'm like, I don't know. I think enough depth is given to Mario and Peach to care about them. I do
yeah,
feel like Luigi gets probably the biggest shaft in this movie for what's supposed to be the Super Mario Brothers movie, but
yeah. Though I do like that it wasn't Peach. Peach wasn't the damsel in distress. That it
oh
was
no, no, no,
Luigi. That was hilarious.
no, 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 I do agree with that.
I do
Like,
wish Charlie Day was in the movie more.
yeah, I'm like, I have nothing against their choice to have it be that way. It's definitely, I think, a bit of a better way, because it also, I think, I do not think this Mario would exactly like. He's a good guy, but I don't think he would have the
Motivation.
incentive to per se to go save a princess for no
Yeah.
reason.
Also, I do like that they don't really end up at the end together at the end. I like that.
But I mean, they were. This is like just still the beginning of their friendship and whatnot.
I know,
So,
but a lesser movie would have forced a kiss at the end or a
but
hug or something.
Mario, I don't think will ever have a
I know,
kiss.
but
That's
you get
just
what you get what I'm going for. Like
no, no.
it's just nice to see a movie where the male and female lead don't end up together somehow.
I think there are some better examples of it than this movie, but I
Yeah,
do I do accede to your point. But I
in
think that's more
general,
just due to
it's a
how the
Mario thing.
yeah, I'm like, it's more a Mario thing than anything.
Yeah, it's still nice. I guess we'll get to it when we get to the end. I have a question about the ending, but we'll get to there. Let's not jump straight to the end.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think this is more just a general discussion on what we thought. So,
All right,
I
yeah,
mean,
we're not doing a whole plot synopsis, are we?
no,
All
no.
right.
This is more
Um,
just free shot review style.
yeah, I think this is one of my favorite movies I've seen so far this year. Granted, I don't remember what all I've seen this year. What
Um,
what has come out so far this year?
I think probably the only thing you've seen is Ant-Man. And have you seen the new Dungeons and Dragons movie yet?
Not yet. I'm
Or
seeing that next week.
okay, then yeah, probably the only thing I can think of is Ant-Man.
Fair enough. Which also, Ant Man, not a bad movie. I don't know why everyone was upset about it. It was
Yeah,
a lot, but it wasn't bad.
yeah. I mean, I don't even think the CG was too bad in places.
No, I
Like
didn't really notice
there
bad
were,
CG at all in that movie. But again, this isn't an Ant-Man review.
yeah, but I just know a lot of people have been complaining about Marvel CGI, which is not an unfair assessment to make because they are rushed and not paid that well. So I
Yeah.
understand. And there has been some pretty shoddy CGI in some places in some of the previous Marvel movies, but
Why is really a 55 on Rotten Tomato for the Mario movie?
yeah,
Okay,
no,
the tomato meter is at 56, but the audience is at 97, which is fair.
well, and also just take it with the hand of salt that those the, the tomato meter doesn't exactly reviews like it more just takes is the review good or is it the review bad for the movie
All
and
right,
not like the actual score that
all
the
right,
reviewers give.
yeah, because yeah, I'm sorry, but I also
Yeah,
I
no, it's been a big thing that people have been disagreeing about it, and I get it. Like it does inform, I think, a lot of general public's
yeah.
views most times. But
Also, one thing I didn't catch until I watched the credits was I didn't realize that Charles Martinet actually plays Mario's dad too.
yeah, no, he does play both of them.
And yeah, no, yeah, and this just a really good movie.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
Just looking through the cast, seeing if there's anyone that I. Oh yeah, I
Oh,
guess
that was another thing. The for the they so when they used the DK rap,
that
they
was
didn't
also fun.
no, but they didn't credit Grant Kirkhope in the credits for it.
Ooh,
I'm like, you gotta at least credit the man, you know?
yeah.
Like that isn't that much to ask.
No, yeah, that's kind of pooey on them for not doing that.
Hmm. Yeah, like even if you only used like a small bit of it.
Yeah, yeah, because they gave credit to the for the Super Mario Bros. Rap at the start.
Hmm.
I do like that they actually played Bowser like as he's supposed to be, which is weirdly in love with Peach.
Oh yeah, no, no. I think Jack Black's performance is honestly the best performance out of
Oh,
that entire
absolutely,
film.
and Jack Black as Bowser singing a love song about Peach, beautiful.
Apparently that was something that he came up with himself, which I totally buy that in
It,
Jack Black
you
to
know
do it.
what? That actually makes sense. I believe it.
But also, it actually works really well for Bowser,
It
though. Honestly,
does. Also, did you notice the Easter egg on the piano where there was Ludwig von Koopa?
yeah, I was trying to read it throughout the movie. I just never could get a good like glimpse of what it was
Yeah,
saying. I figured it was a reference of some
it
kind,
was
but
Ludwig. It was Ludwig von Koopa, one of the Koopalings.
hmm. Actually, yeah, the Koopa Links still haven't been introduced or anything like that as well.
Yeah,
Yeah, I guess they could potentially maybe if they wanted to do like Super Mario World and introduce them there.
yeah, they could. Yeah, I'm just trying to think of like what they could do. I do kind of. I know I was joking about a Super Smash Brothers universe, cinematic universe, but I actually would be pretty down for that.
Oh no, 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 I'm like really down for that as well.
Yeah, it's just. But then you get to the argument of, do you want a live action Zelda or do you want an animated Zelda? Because like, if you're doing a cinematic universe, it's got to be animated. But man, do I want a live action Zelda so bad.
And maybe go the James Gunn approach where he's actually doing a mix of both for DC.
Yeah, I think, or just make two separate ones. Make like a Netflix series, and then a live action Netflix series, and then just do an animated one for the cinematic universe if they do that, which would be really cool.
Yeah, maybe.
Because I think there was at one point a talks about doing a Netflix Legend of Zelda show that fell through
Hmm.
because it got leaked.
Yeah, no, I remember hearing about that too.
Yeah, pooey on whoever leaked it because I think that's what actually got it canceled because Nintendo got nervous when it got leaked.
Well, I mean, to be fair, they have been very careful with how their products have been used. So
Yeah, no, I get it, but It is kind of frustrating. We were close. I wouldn't say we were super close, but damn it, we were close.
I will say this though, and I guess this is really not saying much about Illumination. This is probably their best looking movie.
Oh yeah, I think this is their best movie. I haven't seen many, but
Despicable Me isn't horrible.
true. I see a yellow minion and I like and I just enter a psychotic rage every time I see one.
That is the normal response that humans should have, so you're not wrong.
My uncle really likes the Minions, so I bought him like a Minions mug for Christmas, and I died, and I almost gagged when I hit purchase when I bought that.
To be fair, I'd probably do the same. So
It's like I
cannot blame
do
you.
not have anything else to get him, and I sold my soul to get him a Christmas gift. Man, I sure hope he doesn't find this video.
Just advertise it, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, but I do have to say, in all seriousness, I don't know how the other minion introduction things have been used, but I do find it like kind of neat that the intro thing was a reference to failing a Mario Kart startup.
Wait, what?
Like when you start up in Mario Kart, like in a race, you can
Oh yeah.
hold the button. And
Yeah,
whatnot.
yeah, yeah. No, I get that now. I do remember that.
Yeah,
That was pretty fun. I did like that.
that is the only credit I'll give to it. Nothing else.
Yeah. The Mario Kart scene was really cool. I did like that.
Oh yeah, they actually used the Mario Kart 8 like kart customization music.
Yeah, that was, and I really did like the scene of just like the ape on the little like lifter thing, just kind of swinging back and forth, making their cards. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, also the DK item being like the DK blasters being like not only a reference to Barrel Blaster but also his item in Double Dash.
Yeah. Also, going back to the music, one of the scenes I really, really enjoyed was when Donkey Kong and Mario made it to the Mushroom Kingdom, and they kept swapping power ups. And I don't know if you caught this, but and you probably did. But every time they touched a power up, they played the music from that game. So like when they were using the power ups from the first Mario game, it was the first Mario theme. And when Mario got the Tanuki suit, the music swapped to the theme for Mario Bros. 3.
Oh yeah, no, I noticed.
That was really cool. I really liked the musical cues they were using.
Oh yeah, no, it was very clever.
Yeah, I don't know. It's one of those like I don't notice Easter eggs very often, so when I actually notice them, I feel like I'm in the cool circle.
I'm just also a very hyper analyzer when it comes to movies, so
Yeah, it's a kids movie, so of course they're gonna kind of like put the Easter eggs a little in your face.
I wouldn't say that much
Oh,
for
I
this
don't know.
movie,
I just
honestly.
didn't.
Because
I'm not really great at noticing them. So,
there were a lot, like
and there
even
were a
things
lot
that
I
I missed.
missed.
Like I'm like there were a lot that people were pointing out. I heard in other reviews, and I'm like,
Yeah, I mean, you've
I
already told me some that
entirely missed
you
that.
were telling me stuff that I missed.
Yeah, no, I'm like I missed stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
but yeah, no,
I would actually
I
kind of
do.
be interested in a sequel movie following Peach's backstory.
Yeah, I feel like that. Like what they did was definitely set up like the ability to go in a lot of different
Which
directions.
I really appreciate. They left the door open to do whatever they want going forward,
Hmm.
which is
Yeah, I
always a
think
good thing to do.
yeah, I mean, honestly, technically, you could explore it through because people are assuming. I think because there's like an after credit scene at like the very end that has like just a Yoshi popping out of its egg and saying
I
Yoshi.
figured there was gonna be one. I don't know. It was one of those like the last couple of movies I've seen haven't had end credit scenes, so I just got up and left after the mid credit scene was Bowser singing in the cage, which was really funny.
Yeah, I would have stayed till the end, but I had to go to the restroom, and at
I
that point,
also
I
had
was
to go to
like,
the restroom, and I wanted a refill on my drink.
I'm not going back in.
Yeah, no.
I'm like, and
I
I think I actually accidentally happened upon the final ending thing the first time, anyways, due to showing going in a bit early.
I also figured you would tell me if I needed to know.
Yeah, But if they were to do like a Yoshi story next, honestly, it could either hint to Yoshi's story or Yoshi's world, because the Yoshis are only very, very slightly touched upon in this one.
Are they? I don't even.
Yeah, they were in the montage.
Oh yeah, you're right. They were. I remember that now. They were in the travel montage.
Yeah, they were in a very much blink you'll miss it sort of thing.
It's like I vaguely remember seeing a Yoshi, but I could not remember where. And there was also Yoshi egg in the wedding scene.
Yeah.
I do remember that now.
There was also a Yoshi coin in like the antique shop at the beginning as well.
Nice.
There was also okay, this is not really a reference or anything. I just find it very interesting that the way that they have to like take out money from a bank is by hitting a coin block.
Yeah, that was really fun. I did see that. I like that.
And just one of the toads getting tired of doing it. I'm like, yeah,
Me too.
that is very physically tasking. I'm like, why is that the way that you have to take out money that way?
Oh, was that a bank? I thought that was just kind of like the way they got money.
No, it's the way that you take out money, like as in an ATM sort of thing.
That's fun. I thought that was like kind of like their version of a job. Like I don't know. I for some reason thought it was like a job for them. It was like that's how they got money.
No, no, no. It was definitely like like because like you could see toads lining up to do it and whatnot.
Yeah, that's fair. Um, Trying to think of what else I wanted to talk about before I talk about the very end of the movie because that's all I. It's one of the few things I'll keep wanting to. I'll just bring it up now. So the ending kind of hints at the fact that they now live in the Mushroom Kingdom, but like, do they travel back to the real world to do their job, or do they like live full time in the Mushroom Kingdom?
You see, that's like one of those things where it's like a bit of an extended ending would have definitely helped. To which I have heard from a few people just speculate that it's a like cross thing, and I'm just like, okay, but how? I need an explanation for that.
Also, is it now an integrated society between the our world and the Mushroom Kingdom? Like, is it now free travel? How long has that pipe been down there? Is that the pipe that Peach went through? Are there other pipes in the real world? Who knows?
Yeah, all great questions. All things that we do not have answers for.
It's one of those shut up, it's a kids movie.
Yeah, you don't necessarily need to shut up and it's a kids movie because Puss in Boots: The Last Wish does exists.
Yeah, you know what?
So
That's fair. But I also would argue I also could see an argument that Puss in Boots: The Last Wish is not necessarily made for current kids. It's made for kids that were kids when Shrek came out and are now adults.
yeah, well, you can argue that it is still definitely advertised towards kids,
It
though.
is, but I think it's advertised towards kids, but the true audience was intended to be the kids that grew up with the Shrek franchise. And
No, and I know you're technically probably not wrong, but
yeah,
what
but
intended
the way they get them to
audience
see them
and what?
is to have because I'm pretty sure most of the kids that a lot of the kids that grew up when Shrek was coming out probably have kids now,
Yeah.
and
Well, and I mean also,
that's their way of seeing it.
it's best to make those types of movies as a standalone as well. So if you have new fans, you can have them join in.
Yeah, that's true. Fair enough. Um,
Oh, that reminds me. Not Puss in Boots at all, but
yeah.
one I just remembered. At the end of the Donkey Kong fight, did you notice the little tune that they played at the end?
Which tune was it?
It's the tune that they played at the end when Donkey Kong was defeated is actually the tune that it plays when he gets to like the top of the like when the stage is about to start for the Donkey Kong arcade game.
Oh, that's really cool.
I'm like, I do not know if anyone. Well, there are probably have been people who
Yeah,
have noticed it, but I was just I I haven't heard that brought up too much, and I'm just like, am I the only one who noticed that? Or
yeah. No, that's really cool. I didn't recognize that. I
yeah,
kind
no,
of wish we had gotten to see the other islands in like the Mushroom Kingdom because we only see four technically. Does that mean?
uh,
Wait, actually, now that I mention it, now that I think about it, when they took the Rainbow Road back to the Mushroom Kingdom, does that mean Peach, Mario, and Toad went over the ocean to get to the Donkey Kong Island?
uh, I mean, they did go over that bridge.
There was I don't remember a bridge. Huh.
bridge where Mario got attacked by the sheep.
I remember it from the trailer, but I do not remember seeing. Oh yeah, but that didn't. It looked like it was a bridge over a lake, not an ocean.
Well, I think actually no, that leads to like the Fireflower Hill scene. I think,
Yeah,
right?
I think so. Yeah,
I
because
mean,
like
regardless, it must have been like on the way or something.
I'm surprised because they passed a warp cannon. I'm surprised they didn't just take a warp cannon to the Donkey Kong place.
I do love that the maps are like based off of Super Mario World's world map, though.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
I was like, yes.
Yes, no, this is really just a love letter to the Mario franchise as a whole.
Oh, I know, and I'm like, I do try to like, I'm not gonna say like the plot is outstanding, but like
No,
as someone who like really loves the Mario franchise and like, I'm obviously going to be inclined to bias due to like all those cameos and whatnot.
yeah, I also did like that. Peach's Castle actually had some of the pictures from Mario 64.
I actually like that the first place that they go through I think is like a remade Bob-omb Battlefield.
Nice, and then we actually see King Babam and King Boo at the wedding
Yeah,
scene. That was pretty cool.
Luigi's Mansion movie when?
I think that's kind of what they were hint. I think that was the reference they were going for when Luigi entered into the dark place.
No, I know, but I mean by like an actual one.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully.
I mean, at least it would give Luigi a spotlight, I
Yeah,
think. But I'm just like the Luigi's Mansion franchise is just so fun.
it is. No, um, yeah. Trying to think if there's any other things that I wanted to talk about. No, the voices did really grow on me by the end. I do recognize that. I think the one argument that I've seen that kind of go guy that I kind of agree with, but also I don't know how much better a voice would have been is if they actually hired voice actors instead of just regular actors. But like then the counter
Yeah,
argument is Chris Pratt has done voice acting before. Like he's done the Lego
yeah.
movies.
It's also, and this is more just like my problem with Hollywood
Yeah.
voice acting in general is that they don't really tend to hire voice actors nowadays.
Yeah.
Um, it's more of a small gripe, but it's like, I mean, it's hard to even say how that would impact the product. So,
Yeah. Cuz like they all did good.
yeah,
Like none of I don't think there was really any of them that like wow, this sucked.
yeah, no, I'm not saying that either. I'm just like, it's like we could like put up these hypothetical what ifs all we want, but it's like that's not the actual product we got.
Yeah.
So,
No, it's not. I did really like Kamek and Bowser's relationship. That was really funny.
they do play off each other pretty well.
They do. That was really fun. Um, yeah. I just kind of, yeah, I didn't realize it was watching, but now that I think about it, Luigi was barely in the movie, and that was kind of annoying.
Yeah, no, that's why I mentioned it.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know what else would have given Mario the incentive to actually go after Bowser.
Yeah, I've heard like one reviewer say maybe like you could have saved Luigi at the end of Act One, but I'm like I mean sure that Bowser would still be a threat and whatnot, but it's
But I think
like
at this point, Mario's kind of would be, if you did save him at the end of Act 1, I think Mario would be more, he's seen the Mushroom Kingdom, he knows what's going to happen if Bowser isn't stopped.
true.
I
I
don't think at that point he would drop out, but yeah,
I don't know. I think potentially just keeping it simple as the one main motive throughout
yeah.
is easier. It's not to say it's potentially the only right answer for how you can do a kids movie, but it's
But I also
the
don't know
answer
what
they came
I
upon.
also don't know how
So,
much Luigi being there would have done anything.
well, I mean, it would work because they make Mario a little bit, I think, inept when going into the Mushroom Kingdom in the first place. When he's shown to be not that inept in the real world.
Yeah, but I mean, he also was kind of inept in a couple scenes. Like actually the scene with the dog, they both are kind of just goofballs, and that was pretty funny.
Well, no, that was more led on by like Luigi's cowardice that led to a downfall of a whole bunch of problems.
Yeah,
That wasn't really ineptness. That was bad
yeah,
circumstances and
true,
ineptness technically on Luigi's part.
true. I do love that the dog did come around at the end. Just the
Yeah.
silent nod that spoke volumes.
Oh yeah, no, no, that was very funny. Just yeah, I just think like Luigi would have benefited a bit more from growing like more like courage like that they show at the end and whatnot. Because I'm like that is the little part that I'll have to agree. It doesn't feel as earned
Yeah, no,
initially.
it just kind of comes out of nowhere. No, I will give you that.
Yeah, it's like nothing against the rest of it, and like I get that the like the reason why Mario is made to look a bit clumsy a bit is to build up Peach and whatnot, but it's like
Well, also, I mean, think about it. He's in a brand new world. He doesn't really know what's going on. Who knows how long it's
okay,
been since he slept?
that doesn't I
I
don't
know.
think really play that big a factor regardless anyways, because it's shown that he's pretty good at doing parkour stuff in like real life and whatnot. So
Yeah, but counter argument, you do parkour when you haven't slept for a day. I think you're gonna make some mistakes as you go. Because, like, think about it. He works all day. He goes home. He doesn't sleep. He immediately goes out and uh, tries to save Brooklyn. They fall into the portal, and then he spends the whole day with Peach, and then he spends the whole night training. It's like, of course he's gonna make mistakes. Man hasn't slept in days.
we, you say that, but he becomes a lot better by the end of it. So
And
I
that's
don't think
true.
that argument. I don't
I,
think that argument technically
counter
really holds
argument,
water.
they need. I mean, yeah. I don't know. Fair enough. You win
I
this
like it.
round.
I like. I think your argument kind of falls apart at that point.
You know what? Fair enough. Counter argument, you win. I'll give you this round. Yeah, yeah, no, that's fair. I don't really have a comeback to that.
Yeah, I'm like otherwise I'm like perfectly fine otherwise with like how Mario is done throughout the movie.
Yeah,
Like him not being confident that he can step up to the plate. I'm like to save an entire kingdom. I'm more than fine with that.
yeah,
Because that's a lot of like that's a lot of his thing is like not being like confident that what he's doing is is the right choice. You know.
yeah. No, that's fair. Alright. Well, I don't really have much else to say to you.
Did you wanted to touch upon the ending? I thought it sounded
I
like
already,
you had
I already
something.
did. I asked you about whether or not they lived in the Mushroom Kingdom or not.
Oh, that was your question? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, no, I mean other than that the beatdown that they gave him at the end was pretty good.
Oh, I loved that. Yeah. Also, I one thing I do like is that how fast paced the orchestral music is. Like, I love fast paced music. I just, I don't know. When you pitch a song up and make it faster, I really appreciate it. It just sounds better to me, usually. So, how fast that the star song was when they were beating Bowser's buttocks in, pretty good. I don't know. I like when music's fast, especially in fight scenes, because it makes it more interesting to me. I don't know, makes it audibly more interesting to me. But
Yeah, fair enough.
yeah, so yeah, that final scene of them just kicking Bowser's butt was awesome.
Yeah, I definitely enjoyed that scene as well. Huh.
Yeah, I do kind of question the mega bullet bill that
The bonsai bill?
the bonsai bill that blows the portal open and then sucks everything in. Because, like, again, how did they get everything back?
Yeah, no, that's very much like the thing that I have towards the ending. It's a pretty all-encompassing problem, I think.
Yeah, and yeah. How much damage do you think? Do you think? I was like, how much damage do you think happened when Bowser's castle came crashing into New York? And then I was gonna make a joke, but then do you think we're gonna get a Sokovia Accord, the Sokovia Accords in Mario now?
Nah.
Let's
No,
really just make it an MCU ripoff. We'll have the Sokovia Accords be Super Smash Bros. Brawl, and then we'll bring Sonic in for the Spider-Man replacement.
the if we were to get like a Super Smash Brothers like movie, who would you think would ideally be the lineup for it?
For the first one, the original 8 from the first one. So Mario, Luigi, Kirby, Link, Captain Falcon, uh, DK. I don't remember who else is in that original lineup.
You see, I think it would be best to change it because like, while I have nothing against like characters like Ness or Jigglypuff being in there.
Yeah, I can
Don't
see that.
think
All right,
I
but
don't think they would be the best choices
all right,
potentially.
but at least the big 5 would be Mario, Luigi, Donkey Kong, Link, and Kirby.
Oh yeah, no. I definitely think
Then you can
those five would be in
pick and
there.
choose the rest, but
I
those
think it
5
would
for
be a
sure.
potential. I think it would potentially be good to potentially go the route of like Peach being in there
Yeah,
potentially.
maybe Pit, or yeah, I could do Pit.
I think
Then you run into the problem of Pit. There's a Kid Icarus video game, and then there's also Kid Icarus the universe.
well, I mean, you could just say it's a different world.
True. But yeah, I think Pit would make a good. I think Pit could make an interesting movie with the mythos
Well,
surrounding it.
well, and I think Pit would be the easiest to be able to like link the worlds together and whatnot.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
I mean,
Link.
you have literally Palutena in there, who's a goddess of light.
Yeah, that's
So
true. Um, Maybe Link and Zelda. If we're bringing Peach in, I think you could also do Zelda just to fill out the roster a little.
yeah, and maybe Yoshi as well. And then
Yoshi, yeah.
I think that would be it.
Who do you think the villain would be? Master Hand?
Um, yeah, I mean, I think he'd be the main villain, but I think it, it being orchestrated in a way that includes like Bowser. If they were to do DKC, we'd get King K. Rool
Yeah,
and
that'd be
get
cool.
Ganondorf.
Like yeah, Bowser, King K. Rool, Ganondorf, and maybe Meta Knight as the villain.
Um,
Because that is
Meta
it
Knight isn't.
a main villain.
He's he's not really a villain. He's more of a rival character to Kirby, if
All right,
anything.
who would you pick to be the Kirby villain?
You see, here's the thing with Kirby villains: a lot of them are world-destroying
That's
monsters.
yeah, that's the that is the issue.
I'm like that. That is why I did not touch that. I did not touch Pokemon, and I am not going to touch Kid Icarus because that includes other gods.
Fair. Do you think we'd ever get a Taboo movie?
I mean,
That'd be cool.
as much as I'd love to get to a subspace
Can
emissary
we
type
please
movie
get a
at some
subspace
point,
emissary movie?
I not I'm trying to keep the thoughts small scale at the moment so I don't get disappointed.
Would World of Light be their Infinity War? Yes.
Yes.
All right, but then the real question is, do they treat it like Infinity War, where you build up to the start of World of Light, where they all get snapped away and Kirby's the lone survivor? It's like, do you
I mean, I
start with
think
Kirby as the lone survivor, or do you end the first movie with Kirby as the lone survivor?
I think building up to it would be kind of a bit more interesting because we're literally thrown
Yeah.
straight into it in the game.
Yeah, like treat it like an actual Infinity War where you have the build up and then it just does not go right.
Yeah. Although I would like a bit more of a fight
Yeah.
prior.
Oh yeah.
Although you could knock off characters throughout, which I think could work.
Yeah, but the issue with knocking them off is that the way when Galeem kills them, there's at least a chance for them to come back. Like if
Well, no,
they
no, no. That's what I.
die.
Well, they can't do die die. It's
Yeah,
Nintendo.
it's true. It's Nintendo. Not only is it Nintendo, it's Illumination. They can't do die.
Well, and also I'm imagining this movie would be PG at most. So,
Oh come on, give
um,
us a PG-13. It's a Smash Brothers movie. Come on. Nah, you're right. It's probably PG.
yeah. So no, I just mean by like Galeem slowly taking them out throughout.
Yeah, no, that would be really cool. Then do you think they'd do Galeem Dark like a Galeem movie, a Darkon movie, and then Galeem and Darkon is the twin final boss for like a trilogy?
I think you just do the whole Galeem and Darkon thing together at the end,
All right.
all together.
Yeah, that's fair. Now I'm just imagining like if they get to a Galeem movie, it's like Ready Player One levels of Easter eggs.
I mean, that's kind of what spirits are. So I mean,
yeah, so many freaking references.
yeah.
Now I kind of want to, because I know there's probably a million videos just breaking down every single Easter egg in the Ready Player One movie, and I want to just see how long it is. Because like, I think it takes like 3 minutes to get through one frame of the movie.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, that I do kind of want to watch that movie, or read the book. I think the book was a little better from what I remember.
Just don't read Ready Player 2.
Yeah, I was about to say, don't read the sequel one. I don't know what he was thinking, but he shouldn't be thinking.
Yeah, that one was pretty bad.
I haven't read it, and I've only heard one review on it, and it was made me so uncomfortable that I didn't even want to touch it.
Yeah, no, I watched an in depth like literary analysis video that is like 3 hours long of it.
Yeah, no thanks. I'm good. I will. To me, the story ends with Wade getting ownership of the Oasis, and that's it. No more. I'm good. Something should just end.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, yeah, no, that analysis was tearing the book apart, by the way.
As it should.
I just like watching literary analyses for some reason that are like hours long.
Fair. Actually, I had a question. Off topic, but I just see an advertisement for the Zelda. So the Zelda controller that they were advertising for Tears of the Kingdom, was that an actual Nintendo official Pro controller, or was it a third-party one?
You'd have to send me it because I am not sure.
All right, because I think it actually might have been an official Nintendo one, and I waited too long thinking it was just a regular one, and I'm kind of pissed.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. You'll have to show me after we finish this up.
All right, fair enough.
I think we are nearing the end of this anyway, so.
Yeah, I don't really got much else to say.
Nope, same here, so. But, yeah, otherwise, thank you so much for watching. If you still joined us throughout all these spoilers for some reason, go watch the movie.
Yeah, if you still haven't seen it and you listen to us ramble about the whole plot of the movie, what's wrong with you? Go see it.
Otherwise, thank you so much for watching.
Yeah.
And join us again next time.
For whatever we do next, because I don't know.
Yeah.
Alright.
And talk to you, or, yeah.
We'll see y'all next time.
See y'all next time.
Bye.